Hello everyone, what is up? It's Izzy.
Insurance, please. It makes nonsense.
I'm going to be talking about a few different ways I manage my anxiety. I've been suffering from anxiety for a long time, like 5 years. You know, not saying that I've gotten good at anxiety. As you go throughout the years, you learn a few things. Take with that what you will. So I'm not really sure what today's setup is, but it's 80 degrees in the house and my parents have a AC unit in their bedroom, and so I brought in some plants. My essential oil diffuser, because we're talking about anxiety. And aromatherapy is perfect for anxiety. And we also have this plant waterer, which is perfect for my fake plants. Seen here. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, obviously the best way to manage your anxiety is to get help with a therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, yada yada yada. But A, not everyone can afford it, and B, it doesn't always fix it. You know, you still have to find your own ways to manage everything and to focus on it. So I will be showing you some things that I've learned through seeing a psychologist and psychiatrist and help you guys. I love helping you guys. You know, it's like charity. Just kidding. Oh my god, it's Murphy. Hi, Murphy. Hi. Well, Murphy actually is really good for my anxiety, so. Okay, the first thing that I would recommend is learning how to do self-talk. My psychologist actually taught me how to do this. It's basically a way to talk yourself down, to essentially break, you know, like the circle they always talk about, because you get anxious and then you're anxious because you're anxious and you're gonna be more anxious because you're anxious. And it's like a circle and it's very vicious. This is one of the ways they use to break the circle. So for example, if I was in class and I was feeling really nauseous and then I got anxious about being nauseous, you know, there's the cycle. I'd like close my eyes. I'd just be like, you are okay. You're not going to throw up. You have not thrown up in 5 years. You're not sick. You're not going to throw up. Don't be worried about it. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, come on. Don't be so silly. Like, you literally have never thrown up from anxiety. Why would you throw up now? That's what I do. And it helps so much. This is the biggest thing that has helped my anxiety. Before I knew this, I would sit in class, I would feel this way, and it would just like overcome me, and I would not be able to stop it because that cycle would just keep going and going. It would be so vicious that I would just have to leave. That has helped me calm down, stay in class. A lot of psychologists like to say, bring your head back to where your feet are. You're not throwing up right now. Bring your head back to where your feet are. What's going on right now? You're just so nauseous. You're fine. Everything's chill. This helped me a lot in that aspect, but now I'm finding it a lot harder to use this because I don't exactly know something that's making me anxious. Now I don't really know what the trigger is. I just know the result and how I'm feeling. So if it's night, you know, my breathing's getting heavy and I'm just like feeling panicky, because I don't know what the trigger is, instead of telling myself, you're not gonna throw up, because I don't know that me being nauseous is the trigger. I don't know what the trigger is. So I'll just tell myself that you're okay, you can breathe, you're gonna be okay. I'll kind of treat the symptoms of what the trigger is because I don't know what the trigger is. And that's still a really big way to help. I literally asked my psychologist, I was like, excuse me, but I don't know how to calm myself down when I don't know what's making me feel this way. And she's like, it's totally fine. You don't always have to know what's making you anxious. You just have to be able to treat whatever you feel. That has been so helpful, and so I hope you guys can use that. That is literally what has made the biggest change for me. Self-talk is so important. Your mind is so powerful and it can change how you feel. The next thing I want to talk about is muscle relaxations. I was introduced to these by my first sports psychologist, which if you saw my story with medical stuff, that was BS, but it's fine. At least I got one good thing out of it. The lady who treated my chronic cough also talked about this and we did some of it together. What it does is it takes you through each part of your body. It tells you to tense them up and to relax them. It makes you realize how tense you were, and when you purposely tense in your muscles, it makes you realize how like you were, you know? And that helps you relax. Let it out. You feel so calm afterwards, and you just feel like you just cleansed and reset your entire body, and it is the most calming feeling ever. I really need to start doing it more because I love the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel so relaxed. I wanted to look into a little bit more of the specifics. So according to University of Michigan, repping, my sister's going there next year, when you have anxiety or stress in your life, one of the ways your body responds is with muscle tension. So you'll see those YouTube comments where it's like, remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth, or unclench your shoulder. That's essentially what it is. Your muscles just like, you know? Progressive muscle relaxation is a method that helps relieve that tension. Tense a group of muscles as you breathe in, and you relax them as you breathe out. Let's start listening to a video together, and we'll just kind of go through it together.
Bring your focus to your feet while keeping your heels planted firmly on the ground. I want you to lift your toes all the way up, and you're really going to be tensing your calf muscles. And I want you to hold that tension. 2, 3, 4. Release your feet down and release that muscle group, letting that tension group go, letting that tension go. And take a deep breath in, bring that air all the way to your lower lung and hold that breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale very slowly.
I feel like I'm bed sheets that just got put in the dryer and they're all clean and they're going on the bed. I feel like fresh, clean linen. Okay, the next thing you guys are probably gonna get mad at me for, you don't want to hear this. I know it's so hard to hear, but exercise, my dudes. Exercise releases endorphins, which makes your body feel better and makes your brain feel better, which makes you less anxious and sciencey shit. What are my favorite forms of exercise to do? I like doing stuff that I enjoy. It's not fun to exercise and just like fucking bike. I hate biking. But if you like biking, go for a bike ride and exercise. That's so good for your anxiety and your legs because they won't be looking fine. I love that I'm just hugging a pillow. Can you tell I'm insecure with my shirt? If you want to turn on some music and just dance your heart out in your living room, that's such good exercise. That's such good exercise. It's so fun. In the beginning of June, I was running like almost every day with Murphy. I would listen to podcasts. I love it. It's so fun. And you can just walk. You don't have to run. You can just walk. Just getting out the green trees and the fresh oxygen they just made for you just feels so good. Why I run when I get anxious is because I read this post on Tumblr. It's not like factual or scientific. And you're anxious. Your body is trying to get you to run away. So if you physically run away, it'll release that anxiety and that stress and that tension faster. So if you just go for a run when you feel really anxious, your body's physically running away from what's making you anxious and getting out all that stress. And it makes you feel so good after. Health queen. Not skinny legend because we don't say those things. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is weighted blankets. This is something that was actually recommended to me when I was going to therapy in like 5th grade for my sensory processing disorder. I talked about that a little bit on my channel. Basically, it weighs you down and it makes you feel like you're wrapped in a hug and it makes you feel safe. Okay, this is actually really interesting. I never fully looked into the research. Weighted blankets work in a way that is very similar to an OT technique for therapy. It's called deep touch pressure therapy. This is something I've been trying to work on with Murphy, like sitting on me. Okay, I'm just shut up. That doesn't make sense. Basically, when you put pressure like that on the body, it can actually release serotonin, which if you live under a woods, serotonin is what us anxious and depressed people need. That's what antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication do. It increases serotonin in your brain. So if you're someone who can't afford medication or doesn't want to go on medication for whatever reason, weighted blankets, baby. It's natural. It's proven. It increases serotonin in your brain. It makes you happier and less anxious. Weighted blankets is an antidepressant and anti-anxiety medication. Your daily dose of a weighted blanket while you sleep. I know they are kind of expensive sometimes, but my mom got mine from Target. I don't know how much it was, but I'm sure you could find cheap ones on Amazon maybe. Some can be expensive, so keep that in mind. But at the same time, you are investing in your health, so your mental health, which is very important. Oh my god, the funniest thing happened. We're in my cabin, and one of our family friends goes, she's like 25, she's a teacher, and she's like, we're not social distancing, we're physical distancing, because social distancing is bad for mental health. And I was like, tea, sister. Okay, the next thing that has helped me manage my anxiety so much is talking to people. Talk to your friends, talk to your siblings, talk to your parents. When you feel a certain way, it's so bad for your body and your brain to repress it. When you repress things and your emotions and your anxieties, you get things like a chronic cough. So don't repress your emotions and your feelings, because you'll be sleeping in your parents' room for a year coughing till 2 a.m. So don't repress your emotions, kids. Talk about it. Open up. You might think that I won't help you, but literally repressing your emotions causes physical issues. And that's not anything that anyone wants. So what I like to do is some of my best friends also have anxiety, and we're in a group chat, just like the 3 of us, and when we feel anxious, we need to talk about it, we need a distraction, we just text in the group chat. And then immediately the 2 other people are like, oh my god, like, okay, so do you want a distraction or do you want to talk about it? Oh, if we want to talk about it, literally we'll just vent. That group chat, we just vent, like, I'm so tired of feeling this way, like, it's not fair. Other people get to feel normal all the time, and we don't. It's not fair. Or sometimes we just want someone to distract us from the way we're feeling. We want someone to send funny memes that will make us laugh and forget about our anxiety. The great thing about this is that you have people who understand exactly how you feel. It's so hard to confide in your family sometimes. They don't understand what anxiety is. They don't understand why you feel this way or why going to a store makes you want to cry. While they try to understand it, it's not the same same as talking to people who truly get it. They have helped me so much manage my anxiety and everything that goes on in my life. They're literally 2 angels sent from heaven. I love them. So if you guys don't have people in your life that you can relate to talking about this stuff, you can just vent about it in the comments. Just you can create a community of people who understand each other and understand what it's like to be super anxious all the time, or even like depressed if you feel that way. This is a safe space. I will talk to you guys. I love talking to you guys. Another thing that I do that helps me like calm down or manage my anxiety is bake. I have been baking ever since I was a wee little child with no issues. But now that I'm a big little child with lots of issues, I use it as a coping strategy and a way to calm me down. Something about throwing on Boy Meets World, looking at beautiful Sean Hunter. Ugh. The 90s hair, bro. I miss it. Creating something is so calming and it's so relaxing. You get to eat it after, which is great. So I a lot of times like to make cookies when I'm really anxious, but sometimes a new recipe, like making fucking tiramisu. I like to make new intricate recipes because that way I challenge myself. Sometimes I'm making cookies and I just zone out. You gotta mix it up. You gotta make something new recipes that keep me on my toes, and I also get to eat something good after. That is something that I value. Pretend like I'm this new 22-year-old fresh out of college, a business major who focused on financing their own business. So now I'm just opening up my bakery and I'm working on my fresh vegan desserts and just living my dream, and I feel so happy. I know you guys are gonna hate me for this, and there have been some studies that back this up, some studies that don't, but just evaluate your social media time. Sometimes I'm just scrolling through Instagram, I'm seeing horrible things that make me want to cry and die, and it doesn't help my anxiety. That stuff just doesn't make me feel good. Think about my social media intake and if it's making me feel better or worse. Likely it's making me feel worse. I'll just delete Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest. My baby Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I keep Pinterest sometimes because I don't follow anyone that I know. A lot of random social medias that just really don't do anything for me. They're just time wasters. I deleted TikTok years ago. Sometimes you're taking in too much of other people's lives and you need to focus on your own, and that's okay. It's completely okay. You just gotta remove stressors from your life. And if social media is one of them, get rid of it, but not YouTube, because I'm here. I'm here. Hi! Hi, can I pet you? Something that has helped me a lot is yin yoga. This is the type of yoga that focuses on deep relaxation, stretching, holding positions for a very long time. It is magical, life-changing even. The first time I tried it, I slept the entire night, did not wake up to pee. When I'm doing yin yoga, I tell Alexa to play yoga music, relaxing yoga music. I turn on my handy dandy essential oil diffuser, get all those aromas up in my nose, get my plant, and I turn the lights out and I play the audio and I do all the stretches and I'm ready to go to bed like a little baby. It's similar to meditating, honestly, but you're doing yoga. There are so many good YouTubers out there who do yin yoga videos that you can just follow along to before you go to bed for like 10 minutes, even like an hour. If you're trying to go to the yoga studio but it's closed, just Miss Rona. Oh, I'm tired, guys. This next one might sound stupid, but if I had a very hard day at school, I don't go to school anymore, or just in life, I will draw a hot bath and I will add some of my bath bubbles from Costco and I will turn off the lights. I will light a candle. I will put my plants in there, listen to some music, and I'll just relax. I don't want to take a hot bath. This is such a good way to calm me down. Like, it's so relaxing. My brother's gonna eat me all my milk, so hopefully I'll be more awake after this. Also, what I like to use in the bath is aromatherapy. According to some studies, aromatherapy is thought to calm anxiety by impacting the limbic system, which is the part of the brain that controls emotions. Whether or not it's scientifically proven, it calms me down, and it makes wherever you are smell chef's kiss. This next thing is kind of important, and I'm gonna need you guys to actually pay attention here. Sleep is so important if you struggle with anxiety. Making a good sleep schedule and getting at least 8 hours of sleep is so important, okay? Can you please try to work on your sleep schedule? I'm gonna tell you why. Lack of sleep can actually worsen your anxiety and make you more likely to have anxiety, okay? Neuroscientists have found that sleep deprivation fires up areas of the brain associated with emotional processing. The resulting pattern mimics the abnormal neural activity seen in anxiety disorders. Neuroscientists have found that sleep deprivation fires up areas of the brain associated with emotional processing. By restoring good quality sleep in people suffering from anxiety, we may be able to help ameliorate their excessive worrying and disabling fearful expectations. Anxiety already makes you so tired, but when you're already tired, it's just completely and physically draining and you feel like you can't do it. So please set a sleep schedule for yourself. Okay, so recently I've been trying to go to bed at 12 and wake up at 9. That is a solid 9 hours of sleep, which is what my body needs. If you struggle with anxiety at night, like I said before, weighted blankets, yin yoga, any sort of meditation, and muscle relaxation meditation will help you fall asleep. So I've never tried this, therefore I'm putting it at the end. Something pretty new in the psychology community is called tapping. It's basically a way of getting in touch with your emotions and managing anxiety. So I'll read you a brief description. Tapping is a combination of ancient Chinese acupressure and modern psychology that works to physically alter your brain, energy system, and body all at once. The practice consists of tapping with your fingerprints on specific medium points while taking through traumatic memories and a wide range of emotion. So basically you go through this step and it's supposed to reduce anxiety. I've heard a lot of stories of people trying this out and having it be amazing. So I think you can do it by yourself, but also if you can, like, see someone that can help you do it, because that would be more beneficial. You can also treat pain. So if you're suffering from chronic pain, that's definitely something that can help. It's kind of like acupuncture. It focuses on hot spots and kind of resetting everything in your body. First, you kind of have to identify an issue. You can't just like be thinking about all of your anxiety. I feel nauseous in class. And you have to like establish 0 to 10 how much it affects you. It's super complicated. I'm just kind of going through it and telling you guys about it. So for example, the setup for me would be, even though I feel nauseous in class, I deeply and completely accept myself, or even though I have to pee in class, I deeply and completely accept myself.
Not me.
And then there are tapping sequences, like top of the head, eyebrows, side of the eye. It's pretty complicated, so I would definitely suggest researching about it if it's something you want to try at home. That is all for today's video. I hope this was helpful. I've been struggling with anxiety for a long time. These are just things that have helped me. I hope it helps you. If you guys want me to make any other videos like this, or like anxiety or depression, or how I help with that, let me know and I will. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being there and being amazing. And if you stayed to the end, I love you. I freaking love you. Give this a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want. Please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Turn on the post bell notifications. And yeah, I love you. Stay strong, boo.